as you think
Hey folks, Jimmy Stewart here. Hope this finds you all doing well. Today I wanted to see if it was actually fair to compare a FireFly FFTH against an American Standard telly. Now before we do that, let me tell you something. That telly I bought, let's take a look at it. This is the American Standard telly. Now, I paid extra for this when I bought it in 2001, or maybe it was even 2000, because this has got the swamp ash body on it, and that was an extra $150, I think, or something like that at the time. It's got the maple on maple neck, which I liked. The one thing I did do, now I bought this specifically because I was doing some recordings back then and doing an album, and I wanted this sound. And when I got it, I was really disappointed because the Tex-Mex pickups that were in it were way too noisy. They were, I threw out every kind of gate and noise reduction system in the studio I could put on it, and it still didn't sound right to me. So I didn't have it maybe 2 weeks, and I brought it down to my local guitar store and had them put a set of EMGs in it. Now these are the Tex. It's supposed to be the equivalent of the Tex-Mex by EMGs in their active pickups. They have a battery installed in here to cut down on the noise and all that kind of thing. They're supposed to be, as close to the Tex-Mex sound for a Telecaster that you can get under the EMG brand. In fact, I have them right here. Let me show you. So I put these in right here. These are them. These are the EMGs for the telly. EMC telly, and they're the white. So I put these in. Now, folks, these were $115.95. I don't want to give away the store name on here, but it's right there. Trust me, I have the receipt in my guitar case, actually. So the guitar, when I bought it, I'm going to get my receipt out of the case here and show you. When I bought the guitar, it was, I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it was well over $1,000 with the swamp ash body and all that and what have you. And then I put those EMGs in it. I put those in on the 5th of July of 2001. And so those were, I'm going to get rid of this name here. But you can see, hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? Did it focus on it? They were $147.23. Folks, that is more than I paid for this guitar delivered to my house. Okay, this guitar delivered to my house was $137 and some change. So, I mean, is it really fair to compare? You're looking at a $137 guitar delivered to my house, or a $1,200 and something guitar plus another $200 or $150 in pickups. Here, what's the major difference between them? Well, this is a Fender Standard telly, so us guitar snobs, and we're all guitar snobs, let's think about it for a second. Everybody that's been playing guitar for enough amount of time, for years like I have, we're snobs. We know that. We want our Les Pauls, and we want our Fender Strats and our Fender Tellys. And I have a custom shop Fender Strat here. Maybe I'll show you on the next video, that I paid nearly $3,000 for. I've got Martins that I paid thousands of dollars for. We've all done it. Anybody that's been playing guitar for a long enough time has got their collection, and we know that we want the name brand guitars because that's what people play, and that gives you that little bit of cachet that you can carry on with. There's no problem with that. Everybody's done it. But recently, in my mind anyway, I've decided that, hey, I don't need the name on the headstock. I need something that plays decent and that doesn't cost me a second mortgage. So that's why I started buying Fireflies. And I bought a lot of them. Why? Because they were a great guitar for the money, they were a great modding platform, and they actually can play right out of the box. You don't have to mod them. You can just play them. Like I've shown you on a lot of the videos I've already done. I've done nothing to those guitars besides change the strings. In fact, the last one I didn't even change the strings. So there's things that you can do, folks, with very little money and add to your collection of guitars, or beginners that are just now getting to buy them. You don't need to go out and spend $1,000 on a guitar. You don't have to. You can buy something decent for a really little bit amount of money, like $137 for this, and still get that Fender Jive. And you can. And it's a great little guitar. The weight difference alone makes it worth it to me. I mean, I know a pound and a pound and a half doesn't feel like a lot, but it does when it's strapped on your back for about 3 or 4 hours on a night. It certainly does. Check out the weight differences here. I'll be back. So this little test I'm going to do is going to be with both guitars in the middle position, using the same amplifier, which is the Monoprice. I just got this new Monoprice 15 watt with the controls dead center, and see what you think. Okay? Here we go. So, let's think about it for a second. $137 delivered to your door, and then that one was around 12, as I recall, 12 or 13 maybe. It was an extra 150 for the body, upgrade in the body, and 150 for pickup, so that's probably another, that's around 1,400. I could buy 10 of these, 10 of them, for the same amount of money that I spent on that guitar in 2001. And that was quite a while ago. I'm not current on prices now. I know Fender does all kinds of crazy things, and they call their guitars all kinds of different things. But back then, that's what it was. I don't know. I think I'd rather have 10 of these, or 10 Fireflies, period, or 8 for the amount of money I spent on one. No, I don't kick myself for doing it. I mean, we've all done it. Most guitar players, like I said, if you've been around a few years, you've got your guitars you spend a lot of money on. I just think today that it makes a lot more sense to me to get a different sound or a different guitar or something to add to the stable of guitars that I have here in the studio. I don't have to spend that kind of money, and I can still get a really good, decent guitar. And if you're a beginner, a really good buy, I think, to help you out and get you going on the way to accessing more guitars, which is what we all want to do. You know, everybody just needs one more, right? So there you go. All right, folks, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. You make that comparison in your brain. You think about it. You dare to compare, and I think you'll come up with the same kind of answers I'm coming up with. Talk to you later. Hopefully we'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Jimmy Stewart saying bye for now.